know I'm live. I know that. I knew that. So this is number 165 YouTube Live Yoga Routine, which means that after today, I have 200 more yoga routines to go that I will do every day at 5:30 to 6. Every day. Not a big deal because it's just become part of my morning routine. Now, something could happen, and I might have to miss, but I haven't missed so far. 165. All right. And hopefully I can make the 200 every day. Unless something comes up. Life does happen. But I'm hoping not. As in, inshallah. I'm just joking. God willing. Hopefully. Right? Hopefully just means God willing. In this new world of secularism. Got hair all on my phone. Okay, so this morning, I was reading some Christian stuff. And I thought, what can I share today before the yoga routine? And I thought, I will share this. I came across Galatians 2, verse 20. So chapter 2, verse 20. And when I read this, which I already knew this biblical verse, but I kind of forgot about it, it shows that Paul in the Bible is a yogi. That's right. Like it or not, he was a yogi. He was experiencing yoga through his belief system. And this is Galatians 2:20. I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. Then the verse continues. But that is yoga. I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. That's the oneness that he's experiencing. He no longer lives, but Christ lives in him. God lives within him. He's so close to God that he no longer lives. That is 100% Paul being a yogi. Almost in the sense, and language messes this up, but almost in the sense that he is living life, not as Paul, but as God. Now, of course, he's not the creator, but he is one with God, so close to God that he is God. Again, language messes that up, makes it seem like, hey, in Islam, hey, that's shirk. No, it's not. Hey, that's idolatry. No, it's not. It's the same concept as with the Trinity. Jesus, Father, Son. Jesus? No. The Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. They're one, but they're all separate. But they're still one. That's yoga too. That's the same thing Paul was experiencing. He was experiencing yoga. And that's what Christians experience when they get saved. They experience yoga through their belief system of being saved. Christ lives within them when they're saved. They no longer live, but Christ lives within them. They're so close to God that they become God in the sense that they're living their life with God. Not that they become the creator. That's not what I'm saying. But that is the verse that shows that Paul was a yogi. Now, I just read that not too long ago, and I thought, how can I explain this? And I thought, I can explain it like this, and maybe like that. And I was like, You know what? I'll just explain it how I explain it. And if I would think about it a little bit longer, if I give myself time to think about what I'm explaining before we do these routines, then two things will happen. I will explain it better, but it would become too much. And I would think too much. And then I was like, man, I don't want to do yoga every morning. That's yoga too. Flexibility, making sure I can do yoga at 5:30 every day. And after this one, it will be 200 left. And I will do it just because it's nothing. 5:30 is going to come regardless if I do yoga or not. So I might as well do yoga. So today we're going to do 2 sun salutations, but with variations in them. Mix it up a little bit with the sun salutations. And then we'll end in a mountain pose. So we'll start with the mountain pose, just to center ourselves, and do these sun salutations with variations in them. And then end with the mountain pose. And just remember, during the yoga routine, 100% focus on the breathing. 100% focus on breathing. Think of nothing else but on your breathing. So let's go ahead and begin. Feet are shoulder width apart, toes go up. Spread the toes as wide as you can, and each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are bent, hips are tilted, arms are relaxed, shoulders are relaxed, neck is relaxed. And again, like I always say, you want to lengthen up, and then you settle the bones and let the bones sit on top of each other. I guess I could use the word set there. And then you're standing as if you were just your skeleton. And the skeleton is just standing by itself. So there's no tension anywhere. And you just find that spot, accept where it is, then just focus on the breathing. Bring palms together, thumbs to the heart center. You're going to push the arms out, up and back. It's the first stretch, so nice and easy. And then you're going to exhale. As you exhale, you reach out, keep the back straight. We're just going to fall in the ragdoll. With the ragdoll, the arms are dangling, the head dangles. Now think of the lower back and release any tension you feel. Just let the body go where the body goes. And just accept where you are. Think of nothing else but of the breathing. And let go. Let go. Don't judge where you are in the poses or even throughout the entire routine. You just focus on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. Bring the palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. And then you're going to pull yourself in, push all the air out, get all the air out. Then you arch the back, raise the head, inhale. Now inhale as much as you can. Then exhale, pull yourself in, push all the air out, get all the air out. And again, arch the back, raise the head, inhale. Then exhale, as you exhale, pull yourself in, push all the air out, get forehead to the knees, get all the air out. And again, arch the back, raise the head, inhale. And then exhale, as you exhale, push all the air out and pull yourself in. And once all the air goes out, just release and just breathe. And watch yourself breathe. Now, this pose is important because when you inhale and exhale, your belly swells with air, and then the belly goes in. When the belly swells with air, it slightly pushes you out of the pose. Let yourself be pushed out. And then when the belly goes in, you go back into the pose. Allow that movement to happen. Just be aware of it. You're not focused on it, you're just aware of it. Now, pop to the side of the feet. Left leg is back. Into a low lunge. With a low lunge, top of the foot to the floor in the back. Knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is straight or arched. And make sure the front knee is not over the toes. Now, if your back is straight, you're reaching out. You're elongating the back. If it's arched, you're pushing the hip bones forward, arching the back, and the head's going up. And just focus on the breathing. 100% focus on the breathing. And that allows you to know what's going on in the body. That allows you to feel the stretching. But you're not focused on that stuff. You're focusing on the breathing. And in this pose, it's important because you're opening up and you're feeling opened. And even if technically you feel closed up because your body's down, don't feel closed up. That is judgment. You're being open. And even if you're feeling like, man, I'm doing this pose perfectly, that's judgment too. Let go of that. That is a barrier that will prevent the mind and body from becoming one. Now you're going to curl the toes under in the back, keep the knee on the floor, and we're going to go into the monkey. So shoulders are square, hips are square, arms go up, and you're reaching up. So you can keep the arms parallel to each other, or you can go out. Whatever you do, get the fingers as wide as you can. Middle fingers are pointing straight up, reaching up. The head, your face is up, or you can go forward. I can't speak yet. Can't speak. I never can speak, but I really can't speak this morning. Now, wherever you are, reach up a little bit more. And if you feel like, man, I'm wobbling, I'm going back and forth, that's fine. That's where you are. And that's what you're becoming aware of. You're not trying to do it perfectly because perfection is a barrier. You're accepting where you are. So you're going, whoa, I'm wobbling. Don't feel like, man, I'm wobbling. This is terrible. That's not what we're doing, man. Now palms go down to the front. You're going to go to a high lunge. Now with the high lunge, the knees off the floor, get the leg as straight as you can. Back is straight or arched. You're feeling opened. Now if this, see, can't speak. My words are blending. I've been up for maybe 2 hours, but I haven't said anything. So my mouth doesn't know how to speak right now. It's not connected to my mind. So what was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. And just focus on the breathing. Now, right foot goes over to the left side. You're going to go into the pigeon. So with the pigeon, the foot is about a foot down from the hand, 12 inches. And you're going to fall right on top of the leg. So hip bones are square and you're going down. And in this pose, you're not pushing yourself down. You're just accepting where you are. You're just going to focus on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. So what I think of instead of the breathing when I'm in that pose, I think, man, I need a microphone because I know I'm talking into the mat. But then let go of all thinking and just let the body sink into the pose. You're not trying to be somewhere. You're not pushing yourself into the pose. You're just accepting. And that acceptance will allow you to feel open. Once you accept, you tap into openness. So the body does not dictate whether you feel open or not. And that's what we're learning in this pose. Openness. That's right. Openness. So palms to the floor, and you're going to bring yourself up. Get the arms as straight as you can. Hip bones are parallel, not parallel, pushing forward diagonally. arching the back, and you are pushing into this pose. You're pushing up, arching the back, head is going back, and just do the best you can. And just focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but of the breathing. And you're going to fall back onto the leg and sink into the pose. And you accept where you are in the pose. Remember, the body does not dictate whether you feel open or not. So in this pose, you are feeling opened. And you feel open because you are accepting. Once you accept where you are, boom, you go into openness. And that is a mindset that we're learning on the yoga mat, which allows you, well, I'm going to bring you up. So go up, arms are straight. Arch the back, push the hip bones forward diagonally. So we're learning to be open in a closed pose, so-called closed pose, by accepting. That mindset is off the yoga mat too. You're learning that on the yoga mat. So when you get off the yoga mat, and you may be in a job where you feel enclosed, maybe trapped, let go of that. Accept where you are, and boom, you'll feel open. And what will happen is that you'll see new ways of thinking, new ideas, and who knows, it may allow you to reinterpret your job, and you can feel open in your job, or it may show you a path, a way to get out. That's the beauty of feeling open. And that's what we're learning on the yoga mat. So curl the toes in the back. You're going to go high lunge, get there how you have to. Then downward dog. Pushing into it. Really push into it. Arms straight, legs straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels towards the floor. No tension in the neck. Same concept. Accept where you are, and then just focus on the breathing. Yoga is all about a mindset. We're learning a lot through this routine. We're learning how to live in the so-called real world off the yoga mat. Then we're going to go into the plank. We're not going to stay here long. I don't have my phone. I left my phone up there, so I'm not going to get up and get it. So maybe 30 seconds or so, a little bit more than 30 seconds. So modify the pose how you have to. If you need to go to hands and knees, go to hands and knees, back, or just bring your knees down. Modify it how you have to. Let's go a minute, approximately a minute. I don't have my phone, so I'll take a guess. And in this pose, it's important because you're going to engage the abs. So you're not sucking the abs in. The belly button's engaging. The abs are engaging. The belly button's going into the spine. And just feel open, even in this pose. Even if you're shaking, you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. That's fine. That's where you are, man. It's okay. And then back to downward dog, pushing into it. Really, 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 really push into it. But of course, you're going to the spot where you can only feel like, man, I shouldn't go anymore. You're not listening to me. You're not following everything I say. You're learning to listen to yourself. If I say something and you think, I can't do that, then don't do it. Be your own guru. Slide into the upper dog. Feeling open, upper dog. Top of the feet are to the floor. Top of the feet are to the floor. Man, I'm really messing up on my words today. Or you go to hands and knees. If that's too much, arching back into the cow or the small cobra, you're going up. No pressure on the hands. The hands are touching the floor, but you're not using them. I can't speak. I never can speak. But today, I don't know what it is. Back to downward dog. Really, really push into it. Release the neck muscles. Let the head dangle. And then we're going to go to a plank again. If you can't do the plank, again, do the hands and knees or out like this. Just do the best you can. If it's too much, don't do it. Don't listen to me. You're becoming your own guru. We're doing yoga together. I'm serious. Serious. I don't want to be your leader. I don't want to be your guru. I just want to do yoga. And that is ultimately a mindset that I like to teach in yoga. Back to downward dog, which is learn to be your own guru. So when you're off the yoga mat, you learn to listen to yourself. So when someone says something, you don't just do it. You talk it over. You talk it over with yourself. And if you believe in God, you talk it over with God. So the left foot is up between the hands. If you don't believe in God, it doesn't matter. Self-talk. Talk it over with yourself. Top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor. Hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is straight. If it's straight, you're reaching out. If it's arching, pushing the hip bones forward. Back is arching, head is up. Make sure the front knee is not over the toes. And you're feeling open. Again, openness. Feel open. Don't judge the pose. See, I'm trying to arch my back, and I know my back is not even looking straight, curling a little bit. You know, and I'm the one teaching yoga. Doesn't matter, because yoga is about the mind and body connecting, and the mind and body connects when you accept. You get rid of all the barriers of judgment, trying to be somewhere, thinking, man, I don't have time, I can't do this, I can't do that, or man, I'm doing this perfectly, I'm awesome. That's judgment too. That is good stuff, but that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing for 30 minutes. Well, probably about 20 minutes. We do about 20 minutes of yoga. Probably about 27 minutes. I want to be honest. So curl the toes under the back. Keep the knee on the floor. Hips are square. Shoulders are square. Arms are going up. And you're reaching up. Now the arms can stay parallel or they can go out. But whatever you do, get the fingers as wide as you can, reaching up. Now you can look up or you can look forward. Reach up and accept. So if you're wobbling, accept it. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't, because you're learning where you are. This is a mindset. When you get off the yoga mat and life happens and you're wobbly because something is coming up, you don't know, accept it. Accept that. Learning acceptance, that will allow yoga to happen. And wherever you are, reach up higher. Now palms down to the front. Knee goes off the floor. High lunge. And just accept where you are. So get the leg as straight as you can. Back is straight or arch. A lot of people like to have the back straight in this pose. That's fine. Arching. It doesn't matter. No, it matters if you can do it. I don't want to mislead anybody on accident. Oh, I'm not your leader. I can't mislead. Now, we're going to go to the pigeon. So the left foot is over to the right side. The right is a foot down from the right hand. Yeah, 12 inches. Hip bones are square. And you're going to fall on top of the leg. And just accept where you are. You just focus on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. Accepting where you are. So you're not pushing yourself down or trying to pull yourself down. Just accept. Again, this pose from the outside looks like you're closed up. And you are closed up. But once you accept where you are in the pose, boom. you enter into openness. And you're taking that mindset off the yoga mat. Feeling open throughout the day, no matter what's happening. No matter if you feel, I'm going to bring you up. Arms are straight, arching the back, hip bones are square, pushing forward. So even if you're in a closed pose, what you're learning is when you're off the yoga mat and you're in a situation where you're feeling closed, you feel trapped, accept, then you will be open, and then you will find a way out of it. I always use a job as an example because a lot of people feel trapped in a job. Accept where you are. That will allow openness, which will allow new ideas, new thinking, new adventures. Next thing you know, a week later, 2 weeks later, you got to put in 2 weeks. You may have a new job, a new idea. Not even a new job. You might figure something out online. Next thing you know, you have a lawn care business. No telling what you have. Something where you have more control. Or you stay in the job. Let's bring you down, sink into it. You may be in the job and then just reinterpret. You're feeling closed and then you realize, wait, this job is awesome. You may think like, no, my job never can be awesome. Believe me, some people ain't even got a job. I used to be there a long time ago. And then you bring yourself up, arms are straight. I have a good friend, the one that got me into yoga, who does a certain type of work that most people would think, man, that's tedious. But he loves it, man. He loves it. It's all a mindset, dude. It's all a mindset. Now we're going to go to high lunge. So get the left foot up between the hands as best as you can. Get there as best as you can. And then it's just a transition pose. And then standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down. Get all there out. And just focus on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but on the breathing. Accepting where you are. Being aware of that subtle movement, like I was mentioning, with the belly going in and out, pushes you out of the pose and in the pose. You're just 100% focused on the breathing. Arms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Turn your palms out. Exhale. And one more sun salutation. And just follow the breathing here. Do the best you can. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward, get all the air out, pull yourself in and down, push all the air out. Then the left leg is back, low lunge, feel open, inhaling. Inhale as much as you can. And then exhale, get all the air out. Push all the air out, then inhale, upward dog. Then downward dog, get all the air out. Left foot is up between the hands, inhale. Then exhale, standing forward bend. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Then exhale. Then back into the mountain pose. Just focus on the breathing. Remember, you lengthen up and then let the bones sit on top of each other. And let the skeleton stand as if you were just your skeleton. You just focus on the breathing. 100% focus on the breathing. And you're already breathing automatically. So you're just going to watch yourself breathe. And you do that by watching the belly go in and out as you inhale and exhale. Or you bring your focus to the tip of the nose and watch the air go in and out. What will happen is you'll start controlling it, most likely. And once you realize, hey, I'm controlling my breathing, just let go and watch it. And then what will happen, most likely, is that you'll start to think about other things. And when you realize you've been thinking about other things, don't judge it. It's natural. Just let go and watch yourself breathe. That'll happen again and again and again. And eventually, you'll just start watching yourself breathe. And then you'll realize that you're not your thoughts. You realize you're the thing that's watching your thoughts. So we're just going to stay here a little bit longer. So just watch yourself breathe. Palms together. Namaste. That's it. That's number 165 YouTube Live Yoga Routine. Meaning, now I have 200 more left that I will do every day from 5:30 to 6:30 Arizona time, Mountain Standard Time. So I will see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. So namaste, peace and love.